The door slammed like a gunshot. "I'm not working 12 hours. I'm not a horse." The silence that followed Mark's words was deafening. His voice, usually so even and professional, now trembled with suppressed anger. He stood opposite Mr. Thompson, his palms resting on the glossy surface of the conference table. Mr. Thompson, the company's president, slowly leaned back in his mahogany chair. A condescending, almost paternal smile played across his face, but his eyes remained cold as icebergs. "Mark, Mark, Mark," he rolled his eyes, as if listening to the whims of a naughty child. "We're all horses here. This is business. This is life." "No, sir." Mark shook his head, his fingers clenching into fists. "This is life. Watching your wife fall asleep alone. Is it to miss your son's morning performances because of an urgent report that no one will need until Monday? Is it to watch your best employee, Charlotte, collapse from exhaustion right next to the photocopier? I won't do it anymore. I'm not a horse, and neither is my team. Your team will do what they are told." The boss's voice lost all feigned kindness and rang with steel. "Just like you. If you don't like the rules, the door is over there. But think about it, Mark. Mortgage, car, school for a boy, prestigious neighbourhood. Are you sure you are ready to exchange all this for your principles?" It was an ultimatum, pure water. Thompson was confident in himself. He played on the most important thing, on fear. He saw Mark clench his jaw, a shadow of doubt flicker in his eyes. An old-as-the-world tactic, and it always worked. But this time, something went wrong. The shadow of fear in Mark's eyes faded, replaced by a strange, chilling calm. He slowly straightened up, took his tablet and ID from the table. "I'm sure," he said quietly, but so that every word could be heard. "I'll trade this for self-respect, for sleep, for the opportunity to be a person and not a resource in your Excel file." He turned around and left the office, not giving Thompson a chance to say anything else. The slam of the door sounded like a gunshot. The next day, Mark did not show up for work. He did not answer HR's calls and letters. A week later, he received an official letter of resignation at his own request. Thompson was furious, but he was sure that the labour market would quickly put this upstart in his place. But Mark found a place for himself, or rather, created one. 3 months later, a project for a new mobile application appeared on the crowdfunding platform. Simple, elegant, solving the very problem that they had been killing themselves over for weeks within the walls of Thompson's company. The idea was Mark's, but it was refined and nurtured in discussions and brainstorming sessions with Charlotte and Lucas, who left after him. They worked 8 hours, sometimes 9, but never 12. And never on weekends. Their campaign raised the required amount twice as fast as planned. The story of Mark and his team leaving became a legend in professional chats and forums. Talented developers themselves sent them resumes, dreaming of working in a normal place. A year later, a small startup, Mark & Company, presented at the largest IT conference, not just an application, but an entire ecosystem. Their stand was bursting with people. Investors were lining up. At the same time, Thompson, at his stand, huge and pompous but empty, was trying to smile at journalists. His key projects failed, one after another. The best people were leaving. The legend of the tyrant boss and the racehorse who ran away and won was doing its job. His company's market capitalization was slowly but surely falling. The evening after the conference, Thompson, sipping whiskey in the hotel bar, saw a report from the Mark & Company stand on the news screen. Mark, smiling and calm, was giving an interview. Charlotte was beaming next to him, and Lucas was calmly showing something on his laptop. A sign with their slogan flashed in the corner of the frame. "We make technology human, without the strain." Thompson pushed his glass away abruptly. A lump of bile and realization rose in his throat. He had lost, not just a project or an employee, he had lost the future. Thompson, who had spent his life crushing and managing people, was finally crushed by the weight of his own system. His empire, built on fear and exploitation, cracked and began to slowly but inexorably collapse as soon as the last conscience left it. And Mark simply took a step aside. He chose a different physics, the physics of quiet creation, where the main force was not aggression but persistence, and where the only race was a competition with himself of yesterday. He walked down the street, his hands in his pockets, and looked at the sunset, which he had not seen from the window of his office in years. He continued on his way, no longer a racehorse, but a free man, and that was enough.